Diana was sent to the pit to fight a beast and face her death. But will she find something else instead? Deep within Area 41, in the ancient maze that was discovered, Diana fights for her life in the pit that Clea has tossed her into. But her mind is warped. The flowers around them have altered her sense of reality, and she swings her great axe at the fiery warrior that stands before her. The blade swishes through the air, and Diana stumbles. This is madness, she thinks. Finally, she drops the axe to the ground, refusing to fight blindly and possibly kill someone she shouldn't. She holds up a hand to the fiery warrior and speaks, but her words come out as gibberish to her own ears, and she can't process what she is trying to say. But she thinks her words sound slurred and garbled, but maybe her words are fine, and it's only her perception of them that has changed. She whispers the magic words into the potion. Light suddenly fills the room, and the glowing flowers around them suddenly darken. Diana's eyes roll up into the back of her head, and she tumbles to the ground, exhausted. No longer made of fire, the warrior leans down over the fallen Diana to study her. She glances up at the scientist that Diana rescued. "Can you understand me, science man?" the warrior asks. He nods in fear, but the warrior smiles. "Go with care to the opening. I'll meet you there. And throw a few painful screams up the hole if you don't mind," she asks. He looks at her in shock, but goes to the pit opening. "Ah! No! Please!" He screams up for Clea. He then walks over to the opening and turns to the warrior. "What are you going to do with us?" he gasps. She reaches down and picks up Diana softly. "What I always do," the warrior whispers. Carrying Diana, the warrior quickly leads the scientist to safety, allowing Clea above to believe that they had been murdered. Diana opens her eyes briefly as they retreat and sees something shimmering in the flower chamber. "I see you," she whispers before passing out. Long ago, on the wild Isle of Hell, Diana sits with a great wolf. Diana looks up at the goddess. "Goddess, will you always be angry with me?" Diana asks. The wolf looks at her in surprise. "Angry? Princess, you delight me, but you also confound me," the goddess whispers, explaining that her disciples seek her out. They understand each other, but she does not understand Diana, and that is good. "You are clever in a way that I am not. You are kind and compassionate in a way I do not understand. You are creative and patient. You are the best of all of us. The world is lucky for this," the goddess explains. She motions to the rock that Diana holds. "Now, take your stone and use your magic on it. Make the Hydra love the stone. Seek it out," the goddess orders. Diana whispers a spell, and the stone begins to glow. "Now, throw it into the water," the goddess tells her. Diana tosses the stone into the water and watches its light sink into the inky darkness. "Now, bring it back to me. No magic. Remember what we said about choosing the right weapons. It can be everything," the goddess orders. Diana nods her head and reaches for her axe before disappearing beneath the waves. The goddess watches as the sun rises over the horizon. Eventually, Diana reappears, her weapon gone, but the glowing stone in her hands. She places it gently before the wolf goddess. "Well done, princess," the goddess whispers. With her task complete, Diana picks up the stone and turns back to the water, walking gently into the waves. The goddess cocks her head to the side. "Where are you going?" she asks. "The Hydra and I, we made a bargain. I let her keep my axe until I bring the stone back to her. You said choose the right weapon. The right weapon was bargain. Diana calls before disappearing. The wolf shakes her head in wonder. Confounding child, she whispers. Meanwhile, beneath the maze, Diana awakens to find the scientist and the warrior leaning over her. She sits up gently. I am Diana of Themyscira, last of the Amazons, she explains as an introduction. The warrior, an Amazon, stares at her in wonder. Diana of Themyscira? How can that be? I am Io, and you are the daughter our Queen Hippolyta dreamed of, the sister we all dreamed of. A miracle, Io says as she bows to the princess. But Diana helps her to her feet and embraces her in a hug. The miracle is you, sister. I have dreamed of meeting a sister since I was a child, Diana whispers. Io pulls back in surprise, unsure of why Diana has never met an Amazon. It is a long story, sister, and there is little time for that in this cursed maze. But not long after birth, I was taken from the Amazons and raised in the underworld by the sorceress Circe, with a little help from the goddesses, Diana says. Circe? I have missed much, it seems, Io says in shock. She explains that she fell on an ancient battlefield. Instead of dying, she awoke in this maze, eventually finding her way to the lower level and tattooing the map on her skin as she went. She leads Diana through the chambers, introducing her to the crowds of people that have either found their way down here or been cast down by Clea and her army. Have you tried to free yourselves? Diana questions as she meets the people who are merely trying to live their lives in this place of darkness. Io nods and leads her to the tunnels, showing her the places where they've tried to find some way out of the maze, including the passageway that leads to the upper levels. Diana nods. I have an exit, but getting all of us to the exit without Clea picking us off is going to be the tricky part, Diana tells her. Eventually, Io leads her back to the flower chamber. There, Diana explains her plan, telling Io that she will distract Clea and her forces, while also rescuing and healing Ferdinand. Diana points to a place on Io's tattoo, explaining that while Clea is distracted, Io needs to bring the survivors in her camp to this place and use the magical exit to escape the maze. She hands Io a small bauble with a potion in it, explaining that it is a key to open the door to her home in Gateway City. Finally, the two hug and Io turns away to return to her followers. Hera love and protect you, Io. If we do not meet again, please tell Hippolyta and my sisters I love them and will never stop searching for them, Diana calls. In moments, she is alone in the chamber. The flowers shift slightly, a sickly sweet scent filling the air. I know you are here. Reveal yourself so that together we may escape this cursed place, Diana calls. The mysterious entity appears, shimmering through the air. Its body is moving like water. I am incomplete and cannot aid you, the creature whispers. And if I complete you? Diana questions. Then we might have something, Diana of the Wild Isle. Do you know the truth of me? The entity asks. Diana nods. I believe I do. Pay attention. This will happen fast, Diana tells it. She suddenly leaps into the air, propelling herself out of the pit and back up into Clea's chamber. Clea and her forces are shocked. Kill her! Clea demands, but Diana is already moving, throwing a potion that explodes against Ferdinand, quickly healing the Minotaur and allowing him to break free of his chains. Thank you, Diana. I feel strong, he bellows as he rushes at the fish people. Diana turns back to Clea, who has leaped forward and slashed at the Amazon with her staff. But Diana blocks the blade, noting the strange watery jewel on the tip of the staff. Clea, You are a match for many things in this maze, but I am not one of them, Diana calls. But Clea knocks her away, slamming her into a wall. She rushes forward and stabs Diana through the stomach. Where is my siren? Clea bellows in anger. Meanwhile, at the Hyron, Steve slowly lowers Petra into the quiet lake within the garden. She immediately comes to life, but the group is shocked by the change in her face, showing a more monstrous appearance. Back down in the maze, Clea steps away from Diana in triumph, but the Amazon isn't beaten yet. She reaches down and pulls the staff from her stomach and holds it aloft. Despite your behavior, I have something great to offer you, if you will only hear me out, Diana says as she staggers to the edge of the pit. But first, Clea's eyes widen in shock as Diana throws the staff over the edge. Clea rushes to the side of the pit and stares down in horror. It's okay. It's fine. It's just in the pit. I can send in some of the boys. I can get it back. I can get it back, she whispers to herself. Diana glances at her and holds out her hand. Oh, Clea, you're getting it back. Just not as you imagined, Diana tells her. Suddenly, the entity flies out of the pit and comes to her waiting hand. Diana turns to the ruler of the maze and holds her new weapon aloft. The Trident of Poseidon, made full once more. And that was the complete story for Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 11 by Kelly Thompson. I've been enjoying this story quite a bit, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Betty.